day, folks. This is Engine Cadet Jake, Engine Cadet Peter, Engine Cadet Charles, Engine Cadet Noah, and Engine Cadet Emmanuel. And we are going to tackle about the 5 topics that will be discussed in this video. But wait! First, we are going to talk about the introduction to physics. Did you know physics is derived from the Greek word physis, meaning nature and natural things. Its descriptive aspect deals with the conceptual understanding, which involves theories, laws, and principles that explain different phenomena. Physics is essentially a maritime field as it provides the principles needed to understand how vessels float, move, and interact with the ocean environment. This knowledge ensures safer navigation, effective ship design, and effective management of marine operation. So basically, there's physics in everything we do. Understanding physics will make us appreciate and understand our environment.
Hi, I'm going to discuss about the measurement and conversion of units. This topic is important because in science, technology, especially in maritime works, correct measurements helps us ensure safety, avoid errors, and make correct decisions on board. So what is measurement? Measurement means comparing something to a standard unit. In simple words, it tells us how much, how long, how heavy, or how hot or cold something is. On ships, we measure many things, such as length of ropes and cables, mass of specific parts and provisions, volume of fuel, water and oil, temperature of engine and fluids, distance and speed traveled. Having correct measurements ensures smooth operations on board. Before standard units even existed, people used random measurements such as a footstep or arm length. But this measurement is not accurate and not the same for everyone. That is why the world today uses the SI units, or the International System of Units. These units gives one standard so that everyone from other countries can understand each other. But what if? What if the value is correct, but the unit is not the one we need? This is where unit conversion becomes important. Because unit conversions means changing one unit to another without changing its actual value. Conversion usually follows this metric prefix scale. A simple technique is to move one decimal point depending on how many steps you want to move on the metric scale.
Hi, I will now explain to you about force and motion. Force is simply a pull or a push, while motion is the movement of an object. When force occurred on something, it can make the object move, stop, speed up, slow down, or even change direction. This is why force and motion are connected. We experience force in our everyday lives when we push a chair. It moves because of the force we apply. Even simple actions like shooting a ball or tossing a pen involves force and motion. We use force to control how things move. By understanding force and motion, we can explain how and why things move in our everyday lives.
Hi! Let's tackle about fluid statics. Fluid statics is the study of fluids at rest. It explains how pressure increases with depth, act equally in all directions, and create buoyancy that makes an object float or sink. For example, I throw a coin in the water, and I throw wood in the water. Why would the coin sink and the wood float? That's because the coin is much denser than the wood. And that's how fluid statics work.
I will be discussing heat and temperature. Heat is the energy transferred from a hotter object to a cooler one, while temperature measures how hot or cold the object is. Heat always flows from a higher temperature to a lower temperature. In the maritime field, understanding both heat and temperature is very important for safety and efficiency. For example, in a ship's engine room, excessive heat can build up due to continuous engine operation. Engineers monitor temperature gauges to ensure engine does not overheat, preventing equipment damage and possible fire hazard. Proper heat control ensures safe and smooth engine operation.
So folks, thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something from our video. 3, 2, 1, peace out!
So, mao na kaya mo kalkay klaki. Wow.
Lupit.